everybody. Welcome to another episode of Damage Control. This is Mookie, joined with Darth Leader here, and we've got another week to digest and talk about with Marvel Strike Force. On today's show, we are going to kind of go with our usual conversation about what's been happening in the past week, certain events, talk about the upcoming weeks. That's all located here on the blog post that we will review with you all. The big one is really going to be a new patch coming up, so I know I get a little bit giddy as a kid when there's a new patch coming on, so hopefully it's a good one. We'll kind of break down on what our theory and game plan is behind that. And on Twitch, it's going to be a two-part show, so second part, we'll also go ahead and start digesting the Cosmic Crucible, what's been going on this past week, what's on the horizon. Not that there's going to be any changes, but big change is that it's being extended. So we'll talk about that and also talk about live sports. So hopefully you guys enjoy it all, and we'll upload those videos separately onto the YouTube channel, so be ready for that there. That all being said, let's introduce Darth. How are you doing, Darth?
Very well, thank you, Mookie. Good morning, everyone.
All right, so let me find my gameplay here. All right, so we're winding down this current milestone here, which is like, I just call it the Namor at this point, since he's on all the screenshots. And what do we got? 1 day left. I think the timing of it kind of feels as if it's right around the patch. So it feels like the patch is going to happen on Tuesday. And part of that is even on the blog post. There's even a date here as far as some milestone event that I believe starts up on Tuesday as well. So this particular one, it also, I'm looking at the first Panther. So did you complete all your milestones, Darth, for the Black Panther?
Yes. Yeah, the first Panther event I did, thanks to that 10,000 points that came in the mail.
Yeah, it's I was able to complete it too. So that was a nice treat there, like you said, as far as getting those 10,000 points. The other one, I know our alliance mates have been kind of talking about on our our alliance Discord chat, is wondering about if they're going to complete this, like battle scars and the powerful pawns. Is there any one in particular? I mean, this one right here is like kind of like the far-fetched one, right? As far as the battle scars and trying to complete the milestones, but I guess we should at least get the not the costume bits right here. I mean, where are you at on this milestone?
I'm at 38,365. I am about to collect the one you're going to collect next. Okay. 31.
Oh, you're there. But, so you've been refreshing that Nakia event, right?
600 cores a day. Almost every day, yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a lot of the War Dog energy spent, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah, so I feel like your goal off of that really was also trying to get her at 6 stars. So where are you at within the star level?
I just promoted her to 6 stars this morning to light up her 6th red star. I had exactly 200 and 200 out of the 3 orbs I pulled this morning.
Congrats. I think I'm halfway there, kind of. I think I'm at like a 120 out of 200. But I don't have that nice. You have a 6 red on her, I believe.
I have a 7 on her.
Oh, you got a 7.
Yeah, I pulled a 7 red on her. But so I just lit up that 6 one this morning, and I have 0 out of 300.
Okay, cool. And then just kind of wrap up on this side. I mean, where are you at? Did you complete this milestone yet for the powerful pulse?
No. I don't think I'm going to. I need 1,600 more points, and I need 1,600 more cores in a day and a half, and I'm not going to earn that many.
Okay.
I don't think, and I'm not going to buy anymore.
Okay, because I know when you go in the web store, right, you get that one little free gift, and then it pops up underneath. You see if you want to get that $4.99 power core. So that kind of been trapping me a little bit, but I don't do it on a daily basis. But
you're close enough that I would probably do it to see. Well, 200 times 15 is what? 3,000. So what's 3,000 more points on your other milestone? Does that give you something good?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm on the fringe. There's 2 approaches that I'm taking off of this. I'm trying to just do my daily, just my usual gameplay and see if it's gonna get there, because I got like a day and a half kind of. But to me, what I was gonna think about doing was probably using this new updated real-time arena thing, because when you go into this particular store, if you want the top one, they have that 500 one right there.
Perfect.
I don't know if that works or not. See, but there were some glitches, right?
It
Sometimes
does.
this wouldn't work in
It works.
game. Sometimes it would, it was weird. But
The
who
one,
knows?
the one course I bought was the other monthly one, and the 1,000 cores that you get from that counted for my event.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you talking about, was it from Strike Pass?
Yeah, well, the one that gives 1,000. Yeah, that one. I bought
Yeah.
that one. I dually bought it. I bought it to get the damn ISO energy as well. But like it came with 1,000 cores, and those 1,000 cores went towards that milestone.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I probably did that too. I can't remember the timing of it, but
I think
isn't
you
it
did.
funny?
I told you to.
What's funny about these new monthly milestones, or like that little mini milestones between the monthly and how it all works, it's just like timing of it, right? Like I guess what I'm thinking right now is like with what is also coming on next Saturday, which is funny. They kind of moved the dates around, but it's in regards to the I'm trying to blank the one coordinate. What is it called? The coordinating.
So
Yeah, that one. Like that one, I had to time out on when I want to get my ISO energies. So it's just crazy. But anyways, but yeah, I mean that to me that was kind of the big thing. Of course, I mean in the gameplay side of it, Cosmic Crucible is always the big one right now. That's the one I'm getting a little bit more interest to. It's funny how this one works. It's almost like a love-hate relationship that I don't want to say, I guess sometimes I get into it. I mean, I like it. I don't hate the game mode at all. But I think those that are just kind of going about it casually can get annoyance of it, because you're going to, depending on your matchups, you're not going to run against a casual player to higher you go up. So you got to be fully engaged and be prepared for it. Because if you're not, then that's when people don't like it, because you got to kind of keep up with the competition type of thing. Um, which again, we'll dive into that in details, because it's very interesting as far as how that game mode is developing to become. Um, I mean, anything last week that you wanted to touch on, or you just want to kind of jump right into the future conversations, or I don't know if I'm missing anything.
sweet. I don't think so. We talked about the milestone. It was pretty much about finishing up the month-long milestone and getting ready for next patch.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What I do want to outline as far as just preparations, really, is just start off again, is there is going to be a patch. There's an incoming patch that should be starting up on Tuesday. If it were to be delayed, probably Wednesday at the latest. But with it, I don't have a screenshot, but I know there was an in-game message that came through talking about the 6 new playable characters. So previously, and I can put it up right here, was this news right here in regards to Nemesis and Archangel. So I'm like 99% sure, and you can tell me, Darth. But I mean, this new patch is going to be having the new saga, right? I mean, the new apocalypse. What is it?
Well, yeah,
The death one.
that's the death. Yeah, the death.
Forgot the
That was
wording of
it.
it. It's like Death Scourge. There you
Scourge.
go. Yeah,
Scourge.
Death Scourge. Yeah, so that's where you're gonna get Archangel. So that's gonna be one of the new characters. Nemesis is supposed to be some type of rollout. I don't know what method, but they've announced this particular character, and they complete Archangel's Death Seed team. Um, so those are two, and then the news came out on Friday in regards to this new Rebirth team. And with that new team, there's 3 new playable characters. So that's 5. I don't know if I'm missing 3. And this is 6. So do you know who the 6 is gonna be then? Maybe I'm missing one. Or they haven't
No,
announced it.
it's gonna be a Scopely original minion.
That's what I've been hearing about that. There's supposed to be somebody right tied in with the minions.
I think there could be, which would spark a rework, which could make minions useful. Now, what I said about the new character is probably bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like that was just a joke. But like there could be a character that works with minions that sparks a minion team.
Yeah. And that and I haven't been diving down too much in the content world community, so it's all new news to me on what happens there. But yeah, so the Rebirth team is going to be, and this kind of threw me for a loop. I kind of heard rumors about this particular team. I didn't realize that the actual focus of it was going to be into a bio raid team.
Yeah.
What was your impression off of that? I mean, did that kind of make you, I want to say excited, but what was your feelings when you heard about this particular, like what their primary function was going to be as far as like a raid team?
It's not the most needed raid team.
Yeah.
I'm sort of thinking I'd rather have a skill raid team right now. That's next in line as far as what kind of team I need in the raids. But I mean, I get it. Our web warriors are faltering at the highest level. Node 2 has been taken over by Gamma. So, but I mean, we have it solved for the level we're at. It's not the toughest part right now for us because we're still smashing our head against that mutant section before the Death Seed team comes out.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not super excited about this actually. Like this is the first new team that is not required for Apocalypse in any fashion. So let's put it that way. They have no special requirements outside of high-end raids. This is I'm going to shelf this team. I think I will not be pushing them to the highest level to start. That's just because I have an answer for the raid that I need them on. Maybe they'll be an awesome war defense or they'll be Crucible viable at the same time. But because they're not required for Apocalypse, like you'd think they'd come out and tell us right now, this is, this or one character on this team is going with Spider Weaver on that strike team. But they haven't, they didn't. So it doesn't mean they can't, but it means that I'm a lot less excited about gearing them up. Like there's a lot less motivation for me to gear them to a high level because I already have an answer for what I need for what they do.
I think it's one that we're not excited to be spending resources on overall. It's kind of the sentiment there. Like you said, we got things ready for the raid team as it is. We got Gamma Web Warriors. Then it's like, yeah, it feels kind of like, I just don't know. Just kind of resource sides is kind of where everybody kind of pauses about. But we also know the importance of raids. And maybe if that's going to save us in the long run, as far as like not wasting any of the raid currencies or what is it, like the raid energies and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just more to come. But we're not going to break down the whole kits of it. There's a lot of information there. That's not what we do here. That's a whole individual video in itself to dissect. So I'm gonna skip through that second part of the blog post. To me, it's all about like the new upcoming milestone, which is going to be part of that patch update here. And I do have I really like what Benny Westside is doing. I found this pretty cool infographic here. What it is, just like an overview, straight kind of bullet points, straight to the points. And this could be changed as far as the details of its data mine. So I guess he kind of preps it in advance. But it's the Festival of Frost. That's really what the whole monthly milestone event is going to be called. Of course, as the other ones, is broken into 10 separate milestones. And the real key thing as far as rewards out of it is going to be through the event store and then the milestone rewards. And what it says on here is that as you start kind of earning certain stuff, it says earn presents to spend in the winter event store on top tier character shards. So I think they said, well, I'll continue to read it. It says Elite 7 credits and Dark promo credits. So you are going to get some character shards through this event. And you're going to get some Elite 7 credits and Dark promo credits. It says the month-long milestone will contain additional Mystic and Mutant Till gear, mini uniques, and Go promo credits. Each week will feature a new set of characters at the top of the store, so check the blog for more details. So this is one in which you're going to earn, it sounds like you're going to earn some currency and that you get to spend it on certain characters on the top of the store. Now, I just don't know if it's the in-game store or if it's going to be the web store. So something interesting, something a little bit different. So that's really what this whole concept of the month milestone event is going to kind of go through. Now, the first part of the event is going to be this Abominable Beast milestone. So this is another 7-day event, and this is where you're going to start collecting some reward Dark Beast character shards. Now, this one right here, from what I gathered and which it says right here, so the Ghastly Experiment milestone is when you spend power cores to earn points towards 7-day event. It talks about, the rewards would be the Mad Science Orb fragments, Dark promo credits, and a 5 red star Magneto, Solix shards, and more. Then the web milestone is where you spend campaign energy to hit the daily milestone. So that's where you're going to start. That's a 2-part. So spend power chords, spend campaign energy is really the big thing here. Now the third part, which I kind of skipped over, is obtaining the orbs. The mad science orbs. You're going to earn the mad science orb fragments by battling in blitz. So we got a blitz event back. And on the blog post, I thought I had it on my, or I do have it on my notes, but this event this is the one that starts on Tuesday. All right. So pretty much that's what I'm saying. They have it outlined as Tuesday. It's not in game yet, but I have just that feeling that that's when the patch update's gonna happen, and then this will be rolling out. I don't know. I mean, do you have any thoughts about that monthly event though? I mean, I know off air before we started recording, you kind of saw it like, oh man, it's not like a featured character, right? That we're earning shards towards. But do you like the concept as far as being able to earn some type of currency here in which you can choose the character shards on the top of the store?
Yes. And I do like that there's a rotating list of characters that come up, and I do like that they gave us that rotating list because you're not going to be able to get the week 1 rewards in week 4.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to, in particular, maybe some Abomination shards, but I think I'm too far away from from an upgrade to change. So I'm going to probably go week 2 and get some Hulkbuster shards, and because I'm like 10 shards away from 6-star, and then I'm going to wait and hoard the rest of my currency until week 4, in which Nemesis is supposed to be on it.
Yeah. And this is kind of right here, the event store and rewards. So we're jumping back into the blog post. There's that first week where you got Morgan Le Fay, Icarus, and Abomination. So that's the first week. Second week is that Hulkbuster one that you're just describing. And third week, Dazzler, Spider-Man. And these are really cool characters. I mean, these are characters that I'm interested in being able to farm up. And yeah, I'm just kind of looking at. I mean, none of them. I don't see much of a dull list here.
I'm gonna just highlight again Nemesis, the new characters in week 4. So if you're gonna put currency into characters that you're not going to be able to rank up with that currency, I personally feel that it's going to be a waste of the currency, that they should have been spent at the end on the Nemesis shards, because that's the new character and he's on the Horseman team.
Great.
That's just me putting that out there. Everybody do what you want to do. But I mean, it feels to me that if I was going to invest my shards in Abomination, I'm about 150 shards away. And I don't think there's any way in 1 week that I'm going to get that kind of shards to promote him. So as much as I need him, I feel that I can't invest in that. And the same with most
resource management, Darth.
I know, right? They're teaching me. They're teaching me.
No, but that's an awesome, cool tip there. 100% agree on that. So you all, like you said, individually kind of see where you're at. And I appreciate you bringing that up because I'm on here. Here's just being transparent. I'm like 3 shards away from Abomination to jump up into a 6-star.
Perfect. So you buy a 5-pack of his shards.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then I can save the rest and then looking into the next wave, right? Accordingly. So
right, that's why I said I've done that already, and I saw Hulkbuster's 10 shards away, so I could probably get 10 shards of Hulkbuster. But then everyone else is pretty far away from their next star level upgrade. But Nemesis, who knows where my Nemesis will be? And brand new character shards are always going to be top value.
Interesting. All right. But yeah, so to me that's the second part, big part of it. Just kind of wrapping up in regards to the blog post. Here's where they kind of go into the whole point system there and so forth. But this, briefly, we'll kind of touch over it again. We're gonna have a separate video here in a few minutes about Cosmic Crucible. But just an early impression for the viewers on this particular video. What did you think when you saw this update that came out here? Now when I want to feel like there was also like a message, right? Like an actual individual message talking about the Cosmic Crucible. Like they kind of doubled down on this, like on a blog post and some other message saying, "Hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and extend it all the way through February."
Yeah, Cosmic Crucible is my favorite game mode, and I do not like the current season we're in. So it makes I'm sad that they they're continuing it instead of doing the change, because I think the change is a really good thing and a really cool thing. I think that the switching of your seasons makes Cosmic Crucible fresh every couple of months, and now we're having to deal with Age of X for another 2 months. And they blame it on because they're adding characters to the store. I don't like that at all. And I think that adding characters to that store right now, for me, is a terrible thing to do. Because I need Gambit shards, and I won't need as many Hulkbuster shards, and I'll probably need some Abomination shards. But again, as I become more of a resource management kind of guy and a hoarding kind of person, those credits that were used to spend on those, I need for Gear 16 uniques and Gear 17 minis. That's what that currency is for. Nothing else, only that. And to think that I'm going to spend it on character shards over time and slow myself down from getting a big boy apocalypse or from anything else, just to slow myself down from gearing up a character I want to gear up for shards in another store. I'm not super thrilled about it. It's not the worst. If that's what people want to spend their credits on, it's good, but it's just wasted space for me in the game. And and for me it's a big temptation because I like shards too. But I need to try to stay focused.
Yeah. No, it's and it kind of goes back into the whole theory of your resources, right? Just keep in mind, even though that they have these hot items right here with Gambit, Hulkbuster, and Abomination, that's all going to be part of some other separate currency you can get with the that month-long event. So of course you only got a week time for that, whereas this one will be on the store permanently moving forward. But yeah, decisions. I guess that's what I'm getting at there. So it's interesting.
At least they're cheap, technically. At least the shards are cheap.
Yeah,
Because
because those
I think
uniques you're talking about, right? They're like the 3900.
yeah, the mini
Credits.
uniques are 3,900 and the 16 uniques are like 28 or 2,700 or something like that. So they're not those. At least the shards are cheap in comparison to those.
True.
Guys.
What's up, Dale?
Hey, what's up, Del?
So you do realize it's an elite currency. It's not the regular currency.
Let me
So
look.
it's the currency you use to open the orbs.
Oh, what? No,
Oh, I'm trying to see like the store.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a great point you're bringing up to us, Dale. Well, then that's gonna change anything. So if I jump over to the gameplay here, so we got these are the orbs. The supplies right
Elite
here.
Crucible credits. It says elite. Yeah, he's absolutely right, man. Not that I was checking you, but I just. Not that I don't believe you, though. You come with good information, but that's the first thing you do.
Yeah, I missed
Is you
that
go,
as well. And Bullion
Oh,
pointed that out in his video.
wow.
okay, I see what you're saying right here. These credits?
Yeah, the ones you use to open the orbs.
No, the Cosmic Crucible orbs.
The Cosmic Crucible orbs.
Mm. Oh,
So those golden triangles are elite credits. The other ones are just regular Cosmic Crucible credits. So it's going to be the ones that you can choose to open the orbs or to take character shards. So that's better. I like that better.
okay.
I don't know that it's going to change how I do things too much, though. I still think I'm going to pull the orbs, and then it makes their cost more expensive. I think it makes it feel like yeah, because now 2 character shards or 10 character shards is almost the same as a teal orb. Not that the teal orbs are super good,
I
but
got you.
I get a fair amount of uniques out of them.
Crucible credits. Yeah. So what about you, Dale? I mean, are you excited about this change up?
I would definitely wanted a change in the teams for sure. But and I don't know. I'm not hating on this too much. At least we have Gambit shards.
Yeah. Yeah, I need my gamut up and going. So anything that opens the window towards gamut for me, that's what I'm going to be attacking right now. Because I want them up to 6 stars already. I've been sitting on 5 for a while. But yeah, my whole thing off this whole update here is just, prolonging it. I've been banging my head on the side about just the defensive setups I've been running into. And to know that I had to go much longer on that. And that kind of is the main purpose why I wanted to have a separate video about Cosmic Crucible with you, Darth. It's because I need to go ahead and get in preparation because now that I know it's going to be extended, I need to go ahead and start getting my bearings straight as far as what type of offensive attacks I need to start doing against the Gammas, against the Spider Weavers, and how to kind of focus on priority of having an offensive team ready for what I'm going to be facing week to week. So yeah, but and I guess what's the next part of this blog post here? If anything, I mean, so we got this strike pass. They announced the characters that are coming through, and this kind of gets into the theme. I mean, now there's more access to Hulkbuster and Abomination. Those are the two characters that are going to be coming up on this strike pass that you can get your shard rewards towards. But then this Nico, it's going to be coming up here on the raid store, which that was always kind of my favorite as far as being able to get the farmable character is through the raid store. I have a bunch of raid credits I can start using towards that. I think about it as far as the big items here.
So on that, I'm a little worried about the strike pass. I don't like that they're making it 2 weeks. I'm worried if they're going to charge $20 for the strike pass for 2 weeks instead of a month.
They are. You know they are.
Because also, if it is as long as the regular strike pass, it's going to be much difficult to complete in 2 weeks.
But they're doubling it up. It'll be just as easy to complete, I believe. They'll double your the in-game rewards that you get.
Hopefully.
I thought I saw that somewhere
Yeah.
or heard that somewhere. I'm not seeing it now on the screen, but I'm almost positive. Maybe that's just my wishful thinking they couldn't because they can't do it the other way because you don't finish your strike pass in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So but I do think they're going to. It would be cool if they had a $10 price tag for each of them, but I highly doubt that. They're going to have a $20 price tag, and you'll get twice as much rewards for the season or for the month, but it'll cost you twice as much. Or you can go with the free route and just be like stoked and treat it like 1 month because you technically got double rewards anyway for free. I don't know. You know how it is as a spender. You try to justify all the money you spend or don't spend.
Interesting. Yeah, no, thanks, Del, for bringing that up. Because honestly, yeah, I overlooked that part of it too. I didn't see that. So it is not 2 weeks.
That's why we need Dylan here coming in with solid information.
Oh, man. Like that. Fact check guy.
Right, that's exactly it. Keep me out of my bullshit.
No, I know you're like you're there to pop bubbles, right? No, but this is it's interesting. Yeah, it got me thinking truthfully because I'm definitely not a Kraken, and it makes me wonder like now if that is going to be $20, per 2 weeks. It's like kind of pick and choose, right? I mean, at least for me, I'm still gonna kind of stay. I'd rather stay within the $20 a month type thing.
I'm gonna say this: it's December. If I'm going out of my budget, it's for my kids.
Yeah. So it's interesting. All right. Well, I think that's it. I felt like asking Del, am I overlooking anything? Anything else that caught your eye from the blog post?
That's mostly it.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll wrap up this first part. Stay on, Del, if you can. We're gonna jump into Cosmic Crucible side of things. So, just for the recording aspect for YouTube, as I kind of wind it down here, we'll stop it from here. So enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the new patch update coming through. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what kind of glitches happens and malfunctions and stuff like that. But just keep on grinding. Until then, we'll see you all next Sunday.